reasons why I love you and none of them rhyme. 9 times 9, 81, Bonnie and Clyde. We got high and sat by the Wellington sign. I had one hell of a time, it's rock and roll till I...
Welcome to the Green Tea channel. This is Tristan. It's good to have the Green Tea team back for this Wednesday, the 1st of July 2020 episode of the video log. In the background here is Rangitoto Island. I am in Auckland City, New Zealand. I'm on the north shore of Auckland City. A big thank you to everyone who commented, liked and shared and subscribed to the channel. It is much appreciated. If you could take a moment now, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. It is much appreciated. We today are going to be looking at the newly formed New Zealand Public Party. This party was started in response to some of the things that have been happening during the lockdown, the changes to our Bill of Rights. Personally, I started the Green Tea channel due to what I was seeing and I was not happy with, and I wanted a way to express that, share my opinions, get people involved in a discussion. So the New Zealand Public Party had been started to some of the changes to our Bill of Rights, some of our things that have changed during this whole V-word situation. One of the key slogans for the New Zealand Public Party, we're just going to look at some of the things they stand for. One of their key slogans is "Time to take New Zealand back for the people," which is, you know, of the people, by the people and for the people. That was the title of the Sunday episode of the video log. And to rebuild New Zealand back into a true democracy. So that's a couple of things. Some of their key points that they have got is to rewrite the government constitution, to write a people's constitution, and to write a real Bill of Rights, a real solid Bill of Rights. And for the New Zealand government to have more checks, balance and accountability. I really like that, this accountability. I've been talking about this over previous episodes, that the lack of accountability by our government and public services is shocking. They promise, they make changes, they make mistakes, and there's just no checks and balances or accountability for them. So I'm a big fan of all of those things. So yeah, this freedom, truth and personal power, the FTPP, which I've been talking about in the last episode, these things really enforce those principles. Some of their policies, we're just going to go over a few of their policies just quickly. I'll leave a link in the description box below for people to visit their website, do some of their own research. And I want people, I'm just sharing my opinions, just sharing the information I've gathered. I really encourage people to cross-check, do their own research. You know, don't believe me blindly, I'm just expressing and sharing information that I have gathered. One of their policies, or part of their policy, is public health and safety is a prime mandate. And in the new Bill of Rights, people's right to safety is written into that, and that's written in over corporate profits. And especially in issues like, and things with big profit margins and corporate interests like 5G, fluoridation, vaccinations, pharmaceuticals, waste and food products. So having the rights, people's right to safety and public health and safety as a prime mandate is yeah, very well worded. I like that. Also, one of the other things which I talked about in a previous, they will extend the rights of a person, will extend to the unborn children, and this especially is current now due to New Zealand's new late-term abortion laws. So extending the rights of the person to an unborn child, I think, is very wise and very thoughtful. Also, one of their key policies, which I really like, it has to do with it's in the V-word 19 bill, and I'll just take a little time and read this. Mandatory vaccines or discrimination based on vaccine compliance is a violation of our rights, of our human rights, our rights in the New Zealand Bill of Rights Act 1990 to refuse a medical treatment. And in the Section 11 orders in New Zealand, in the New Zealand V-word 19 Public Health Response Act, that requires compliance with any measure or impose prohibitions that contribute or are likely to contribute to preventing the risk of the outbreak or spread of the V-word, including mandatory vaccinations. So the wording in that V-word bill, in the guise of public safety, keeping us safe, basically signs away our rights and our freedoms to whoever's the government or the Minister of Health at that time, which the rewriting that they would say of the Bill of Rights and the government constitution would give us protection against that type of thing. And I am not anti-vaccine. If people want to choose to have vaccines for themselves and their families, I am completely okay with that. But I definitely am against anything that is mandated or made mandatory by the government, which goes against my right to choose and not to have a medical treatment. And these minor parties that are coming through, especially the New Zealand Public Party, they can really keep government accountable. They have to get, I think it's a 4 or 5% threshold, about 120,000 votes, and they can be kingmakers. We've seen it with Winston Peters in New Zealand First. We've seen it, you know, a few seats in Parliament can make a huge difference and keep the government accountable and honest. So I would definitely encourage people to take the time, do a little bit of research. I know there's a lot of people out there that do not feel heard, concerned about things that are happening, and this is a good way for us to have freedom, truth and personal power, because we have options. Seagulls over there. So those are some of the policies and what the New Zealand Public Party is about, some of what it's about. They have been getting very good response. They have been touring the country, especially for a party that's just started so recently. And I really like their common sense approach. I like their policy wordings. I like their enshrining our rights and freedoms in a proper Bill of Rights and the accountability of government. I think it's a really good structure to be going forward. Please like, share and subscribe to the channel. Have courage. speak your truth, support each other, have faith, and have fun. Signing out from Auckland, New Zealand. Peace out.